First up is going to be the homework. If you have it all finished, then bring it up to me now. We have 18 out of 22. So that'll be 82%. We'll go through the answers first, and after all the answers are read off, then you can ask me if yours would be right as well, or if you have any questions. Number 1 is the product of 2 and the quantity squared of the sum of a number and 1. 2, the difference of 9 and the product of 2 and a number. 3, the sum of 6 and the quantity squared of the difference of 2 and a number. 4, the quotient of the difference of a number and 1 and 2. The quotient of 1 and the sum of a number and 3. 4, or not 4, but 6, 3 less than the quantity squared of the sum of a number and 2. Number 7, the sum of 4 and the product of 5 and a number. 8, the sum of 2 and the product of 3 and a number. 9, 1 less than the product of 4 and the quantity squared of the sum of a number and 5. 10, the quotient of the sum of a number and 5 and the difference of a number and 1. Today and tomorrow is your pre-test for Algebra 1. It's required for Algebra 1 and Algebra 2 so that there's a beginning marker for everybody that takes Algebra 1, and then you'll take a post-test at the end of March or the beginning of April. It's not at the exact end of the year because all of this data has to go in and be crunched before the end of school year. This does not hurt you at all. Part 1, you need no calculator. So for Part 1, put your calculator under your desk. You also need nothing else on your desk except some blank paper out of a notebook and something to write with. There are 2 parts to this test. You have Part 1 and Part 2. I'm going to give you Part 1 and your answer sheet first. When you finish Part 1, leave the answer sheet at your desk and bring me the test part of Part 1. And then I'll give you Part 2 of the test to start working on. Do not write on the test, Part 1 or Part 2, because I have to save those. Do not write on either part. You can write on your blank sheet and your answer sheet for the answers, but you can't write on the test part at all. This does not count against you. This will only help you. Depending on what your score is, I'll see how I can finagle some extra points out of all this for each of you. But as an incentive to do the best you can, the top 10 scores in this class alone will get a homework pass if you're in the top 10, and you can use it anytime between now and the end of the first 9 weeks. So if you want to save it up for a really rough homework assignment that you don't want to do, you can do that if you're in the top 10. So do the best you can on it.